Hi all, and thanks for watching. In this video, I'm just going to go over some things that you should do before actually building your base in State of Decay 2, and this will help you actually kind of kickstart your base so that you're good for your resources and other things like that. Now, the first thing you want to do once you get into the game, I'm in the valley right now, but there are the other two maps which are available, but each map has a home base already set up, and let me show you. Now in this map, your home base is right here. That's your entry point, I guess, into the map area. And that's actually a base area that you can use to start off. So what you want to do first when you get into game is check your vehicle's trunk and see if you have any fuel in there. Sometimes you get random fuel placed in there. Now barring that you don't have any fuel in the back of the vehicle, take your group up and start looking around here. Now you're going to want to try and find some gas from the start, so head over to some of the locations here with your group and look through some of the sheds to see if you can find some gas here. Okay, we'll just take care of these ones. Now you'll find that the number of dead right at the start is pretty light before you actually start your base. And you won't actually move off this first quest, which is finding your base, until you actually establish it. So this kind of gives you some free time for searching around before you actually start your base. So here's some gas here. And hopefully we'll find some gas for the vehicle, and then I'll look around and show you what I mean by kickstarting your base. Okay, so there we go. We got some fuel, and there should be one more container in here, as it says there's two, but I don't actually see any. Maybe it's outside. No. Huh. I just don't see it. Oh well, we'll, I guess, run around once. Have a quick look here. There we go. And the nice thing, doing this right at the start like this, you have your other two people which are guarding you as you go through. So now that we've got some gas, we're going to move our truck into a different location. Now the nice thing about this too is this will help you build up your stamina and your cardio by leveling your character up a bit as you go along. So now that we've got some gas, we'll just add it to the vehicle here. And we're going to head over to that base in the corner there, and I'll show you what you want to do. So we'll just place the bags in here, and what you're going to do basically is you're going to be using your vehicles for storing the bags that you're going to collect before you actually create your new base. So we're just going to jump in here and head over to the new base. And you can actually access a locker here, which is kind of nice. Okay, so it's just over here.
Nailed him.
Okay. So we've still got room. So we're just going to go in here first and collect what we can before we go over there. Now the nice thing too, I'll show you, once you get over to the base, if you have the special edition, you can make your material call-ins there, and I'll show you how you can pick those up to kind of get all your items in place also. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so there's 6 containers in here. So we'll just take care of this quickly. Then I'll head over to that base and I'll show you what I mean by building your community up before actually going forward with making that new home base. So we'll just clear out here. Now one thing I've done too is once you fill up the trunk of one vehicle, I usually use the towers to find out where other vehicles are, and then you can go around and collect the different vehicles and then fill up their trunks with different materials and stuff like that too. Okay. Usually what I'll do is I'll do this until the guy actually becomes tired, and then at that point I'll make the new base. But I'm just going to go through here and kind of show you what I do here so that you know how to get that base kind of ready to go before you actually get there.
I can't carry any more crap.
Okay, so we're full at the moment. So I'm just going to show you what I do here. So just fill up the back of the truck here. And I'll equip that one. Just make enough space so that you can carry as much as you can when you actually do this. So that each trip is a full trip, because your guy will eventually become tired. So you want to try and get as much as you can before he gets tired.
This place is empty. Time to go.
Okay. So we've cleared out this area now. And I'll just show you how you can empty out your items. So what you want to do is go to that first base, the kind of outpost that's left there from the military. And you'll find that there's actually a supply locker here. Now you can't seem to drop off bags here. That's why you have to store the bags in the back of the truck here. But we're gonna drop all this off, and then I'll grab the stuff out of the back end here and trade this bag. Okay. So we've made space again. And I still can take 2 more bags in the back of this vehicle. So let's check the map quick and see if there's anything around. Now I haven't gone to any of the towers to look around for the cars yet, but you'll want to do that. And what you'll do is you'll look for vehicles that can carry at least 3 people. If you find like a cargo van or something, keep an eye on where that is so that you can go back later after you set up your actual base. So we're going to go around here and try and collect a few materials to just build up a bit more before we actually start that base. Okay. And those two work together as cover for you, so that's really nice. Now, as you can see, you do have the 2 outposts, so you could actually build outposts if you had enough. But we don't have enough beds yet, because it's just basically a radio tower. But as you can see, we're slowly picking up resources as we go, so that when we actually start that new base, we're going to have everything that we need. And you're not going to spend your first 20 minutes trying to run around and find resources because you're out of resources starting the new base. So let's just do one more building here. And I'll put that in the trunk. And we'll just Now basically, just go through as many buildings as you can, collecting as much as you can prior to setting up your base. Now your vehicle will get full, but like I said, you want to scope out the area from the towers to see where other vehicles are. And you can keep filling up those vehicles and parking them at the new base with a trunk load of materials or whatever that you've collected, and they'll just sit there until you actually start that new base. Then you can throw them all into the new base, and you don't have to worry about actually going out and collecting all those. Now, just one thing, when you're doing it this way, just remember you do start off with a limited amount of materials and stuff that you can store at your base. So if you have more than, say, 12, then just keep the extra materials in the back of your vehicle until you have the space for them. Otherwise they'll get wasted. So let's see, one more right there. Okay, so we're going to put this in the back of the vehicle, and this vehicle is full, but so is our backpack. So we're going to run over, empty the backpack, our own backpack, into the small base over there, and we're going to park this vehicle at the new base, and then go and look for another vehicle. Now you can do this for quite a while before your guy actually starts getting tired, and the other two companions with you, they won't actually get tired while they're out with you. They're just waiting for you to start that new base. So basically when you start the new base, you just switch to one of the other two from the one here that's tired. Okay, so we've emptied our backpack and we have one full vehicle now. So we'll go drop this vehicle off. At the new base, but you're not going to take the new base yet. I'm just going to show you what I normally do for the next part here. And I even did this up to, I collected 4 vehicles and loaded them all with materials and just had them all parked outside here until I actually started the new base. So we're not going to start that new base yet. We're going to head down to the large tower down here. And by running around like this, your cardio and everything will go up, so you'll be building up your character as you go.
Sometimes I forget how beautiful the world is.
Okay. So head over to this tower and use this one to actually look around and find that second vehicle. Now a lot of these small buildings around here do actually have resources that you can use in your base, so you can look in a lot of the small buildings as you're running around here. Okay, so we'll just scope everything out and look for another vehicle.
I think that location might make the perfect outpost. Oh, now that looks like it might really haul
Okay,
ass.
there's one over there. But what we're hoping for is a large vehicle with 4 doors, or a smaller vehicle with 4 doors and a lot of cargo space.
I see a plague heart over there.
Okay.
Hey, asshole!
So there's a vehicle there. It's a bit closer. Okay. And see, you actually see all the stuff that you would have at the original point over there.
Oh,
By
now
going
that
up
looks
in
like
this
it might
one.
really haul ass.
Okay. So it looks like there's actually another car just down from ours. But it seems to be a road racer, and those are usually two-door. But it's really the extra trunk space that you want another vehicle for. So you have to go through this just to kind of scope everything out. Okay.
Nothing more to see
So we want the Legionnaire over there. So let's just mark that on map as being the closest. And the nice thing is it's over by a couple of stores there, so we can loot them and fill it up as we're over there. And as I said, basically you can do this as long as you want prior to actually setting up your base. And the nice thing is that the quest will just stay on Find Your Base, and you won't have any interruptions from any other communities or anything like that. And you'll actually have a large area already cleared here, which is also nice. Okay, so we'll just keep heading for that vehicle, as that's our goal.
We got incoming from all over.
Alright. And the nice thing about this too is it lets you scope out some of your bases. So we'll just go over here. Is that a 4-door? Excellent. Okay, so we'll just clear up some of the stuff from the surrounding area and do the same thing as we've been doing. Over there, there's one of those plague zombies. Now, you can also collect your plague samples and stuff here if you want as you're going along. And actually, I'm going to equip that. Nice can of gas on the ground. Okay, and I'm not actually gonna go through and scout out here anymore, because you should have the idea now. Basically, just go through as many of the areas as you can around you, and then with your new vehicle here, just fill up the trunk again. And as you can see, this one actually already has some gas with it, so you can take those items out or just leave it in there. Fill this one up, and then once you've done at least 2, or I can make it up to 4 vehicles before he gets really tired, and just collect as much as you can. Keep going back to that outpost at the end of the street there, and that way you can keep emptying your pack, and just use the trunk space in the vehicles in order to collect all the packs that you'll need. And that way when you start your base, which I'm just going to do now, you'll be able to add all of those different materials and stuff like I was saying. So I'll just stop here, and I'll grab a bag. Take some ammo in with me, and we'll go start that new base. But as I said earlier, just
here and getting started.
Work on the materials and collecting vehicles and filling up the trunks until you're satisfied that you have enough for your new base, so that when you start it, you can actually cover all the materials and resources that they're going to need to start off there. Okay. Alright, we have to check that side shed.
I guess this'll do. Now it's time to claim this place before anyone else shows up.
I like that idea.
No, you don't have to claim it at this point either. You can continue going out and collecting resources like I was showing you. And then once you're satisfied that you have enough to cover all the different ones here, then you can just start that base. But I'm just going to claim it now, seeing as you could spend over an hour doing that before your guy gets really tired and really boost up your resources for the base. But let me just drop that off.
I need you to check out a new
For some reason the game seems to be a little jumpy today. Not really sure why, but now that we've started the base, you can see that I've already got some of the required materials. Now, I didn't collect any medicine, although the building that I got the green car from, that had the medical building over there, so I could have collected that resource, and then I actually wouldn't need anything here when I come in. I would just keep dropping off those materials. But as I said, when that number gets up to 12, keep those materials in your trunk until you have a chance to upgrade your storage area. If you go above 12 initially by putting your bags in, then you'll end up wasting resources because they can't store those extra resources. So that's basically how you can kickstart your base and boost up your items and such. Increase the number of vehicles that you have to start with. Different things like that. Now, I didn't go through the radio commands because not everybody has the special edition, but if you have the special edition and you can call in the supply drops, do that when you're over in the far outpost, and they'll appear actually in those open areas around that corner area, and you'll be able to put all the weapons and everything into the trunks, building up your community resources again before you actually get here and make your base. Now, if there are any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see more content like this, please leave a like and subscribe. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, take care, and I'll talk to you again.